Hi, and welcome to our series, the pros and cons of shiny hunting in each generation of Pokemon. This time we advance even further, to a whole new generation of Pokemon, quite literally. Gen 6 not only introduced us to a new Pokemon game on a new console, the 3DS, but also went away from being a sprite-based 2D game to a more modern 3D title. All Pokemon up to this point, and the new ones, got reworked in 3D. The world is also in 3D now, including the player and NPCs. Let's take a look at the good things about hunting in this generation, shall we? Pros. Improved odds. While this is certainly not a pro for many of you, for the more casual Pokemon players it definitely is. Moving the odds from 1 in 8192 to 1 in 4096 in Generation 6 onwards brought quite a change in the shiny hunting community, making it more casual and bringing more people to actually hunt for shinies. Nowadays the 1 in 4096 is standard when it comes to all new Pokemon games. But hold on, you can improve it even further. The shiny charm. Again, as in Gen 5, Gen 6 also gives us the shiny charm again. In this generation, once you gather all Pokemon of the National Pokédex, excluding the Mythicals, you will be awarded with the shiny charm. It will improve your odds to 1 in 1365, which is insane in comparison to the original pre-Gen 5 odds. Many methods. X and Y, Omega Ruby and Alpha Sapphire introduce us to some new methods, and there were many new methods coming up in here. Not all of them are in every game, so I will state specifically which of them you can use in which game. Let's start with the chain fishing. Chain fishing works in both X and Y and auras. Once you got a good fishing spot, also I recommend a Pokemon with the ability suction cups like Auxiliary at the front party, you can start to fish using your fishing rod. The more Pokemon you pull out will build up a certain chain. Make sure not to move around or to fail pulling out a Pokemon with the rod though, as this will break your chain. Once you reach 20 fished Pokemon, the odds will max out at around 1 in 100. For those of you who are interested in how I got my numbers, I'll leave a link to a shiny calculator in the description below. PokeRadar, X and Y. Oh, is it time for the Sinnoh remakes already? Not quite, but we still got a bit of Sinnoh feeling by getting the PokeRadar back for X and Y, not appearing in auras again. The radar chaining works in quite a similar way as it did in Gen 4. Use the radar and fight the same Pokemon over and over again. Fail to encounter the same Pokemon and your chain is broken. After a streak of 40, your odds will max out, and once you see a patch of grass that is shaking and sparkling, this means that you got the jackpot. The exact odds are not completely known to my knowledge, but they should be pretty good once you reach the chain of 40. The Friend Safari, X and Y. Another cool hunting method which encourages players to get in touch with each other is the Friend Safari. Beating the main story gives you access to a whole new area which contains the Friend Safari. At first it will be pretty empty, but once you registered a couple of friends in your 3DS, every one of them will give you access to a new safari area with 3 new Pokemon to hunt for. This is, on its own, a cool feature, but what really makes it a good hunting method is that the odds of encountering shinies in there is always around 1 in 512. Up to this day there's still an active community exchanging friend codes for the safari, so if you want to try it out for yourself, I'll give you a link to the community where you can exchange friend codes. This area is only accessible in X and Y, and the shiny charm won't affect your odds at all. Also, once you entered the area where 3 Pokemon can appear, you cannot hunt for one Pokemon specifically, so it's a bit of luck getting your desired shiny. Dexnav hunting, auras. Other than X and Y, auras doesn't have a PokeRadar anymore. Kinda. Auras has us covered with a new feature called the Dexnav. With that, we can hunt for a Pokemon specifically by tapping the bottom screen of your 3DS and activating the sprite of the Pokemon we want to hunt for while being in Dexnav mode. Doing this over and over again will not only give the desired Pokemon better odds of getting it with special attacks like egg moves, but it also increases the chance of better IVs and it being shiny. It also stacks with the shiny charm, so it's a great method to hunt for your shiny. The exact odds are a bit tricky to calculate, but I'll give you a link to a good shiny probability calculator in the description. Horde encounters. Being found in both X and Y and Omega Ruby and Alpha Sapphire, horde encounters are a fun new mechanic to hunt for more Pokemon at once. Using the attack Sweet Scent in the overworld while being in tall grass, or using honey will provide you with a horde battle. In this, you can encounter 5 Pokemon at once. I really don't need to tell you why this is a dream for any shiny hunter. Your odds per horde battle of encountering a shiny Pokemon without the shiny charm are around 5 in 4096, or 1 in 819, and with the shiny charm 5 in 1365, or 1 in 273. Be aware that you can only catch one Pokemon, the last Pokemon which is not fainted. This led to some quite strange situations, where shiny hunters encountered 2 or more shiny Pokemon at the same time, but they had to faint them in order to catch the last one. Masuda Method, and breeding in general. The good old Masuda Method of course is also present in Gen 6. Having 2 Pokemon at the daycare from different regions of the world improves your odds of hatching a shiny Pokemon by a lot. Without the shiny charm, your odds will be 1 in 683, and with the shiny charm, even 1 in 455. The breeding mechanics in general also got a big upgrade. Now the Destiny Knot gives the offspring guaranteed 5 IVs if being held by a parent Pokemon, instead of 1 IV in Gen 5. Hidden abilities can now be inherited from the father Pokemon as well. In previous generations, only the mother Pokemon could pass down a hidden ability. Also, now Pokeballs can be passed down to the offspring Pokemon. Be aware that only the mother Pokemon's Pokeball will be passed down to the offspring. In general, Gen 6 is great to breed for Pokemon, having the updated mechanics and even special powers called the O-powers, which speed up your hatching. That's it for the method so far, but we still have some more pros, so stay tuned. Many legendaries to shiny hunt for. While in X and Y you can't literally shiny hunt for any legendary Pokemon, Aurus has you covered. In Aurus, you have the opportunity to catch a variety of legendary Pokemon, which you can almost all shiny hunt for. This also includes previously shiny locked Pokemon, such as Reshiram or Zekrom. Meeting most of them in front of Hoopa rings, yes, that Hoopa from the movie, great cross-promotion Game Freak, makes them very easy to soft reset for. To me personally, it's a bit of a shame that you can encounter them this way, since it takes away a lot of personality of encountering a legendary. But that's just my opinion. Cons. The shiny locks. Again. You thought that Gen 6 is the ideal Pokemon game to shiny hunt in? Well, it definitely also has its flaws. The shiny lock is something introduced in Gen 5 for the most part, and it is unfortunately also present here. In X and Y, you are not able to shiny hunt for Xerneas, Yveltal, Zygarde, Zapdos, Articuno, Moltres, or Mewtwo. Yes, literally every single legendary Pokemon in this game is shiny locked. Oof. Aurus locks away its story Pokemon for the most part. That means Groudon, Kyogre, Deoxys, and Latias or Latias, but only the one you get gifted during the main story. Despite being able to hunt for so many legendaries in Aurus, It's a shame in the entire generation that there were shiny locks in general applied. Change of odds. Wait, Oliver, you already put this as a pro, so why is this a con now? Well, this is a topic which divides the shiny hunting community. Most people, including myself, prefer to hunt full odds in pre-Gen 6 games. Some think that starting Gen 6 made obtaining shiny Pokemon way too easy, looking at odds which can improve to even 1 in 100 in some cases. And to be honest, it kinda takes a bit of value from them away, knowing that your shiny Pokemon here is not quite as special as it used to be. I won't dig too much into this topic here, as it is quite emotional for most hunters to talk about this, and I try to be relatively objective. But hey, what's your opinion? Let me know in the comments please. Slow animation, long soft resets, and cutscenes. One thing which the 3DS Pokemon games are objectively worse at are the time you need to encounter a new wild Pokemon, to battle it, or to flee from it. It takes quite some time more in comparison to Generation 3 games, for example. I made a side-by-side comparison in one of my other videos, the pros and cons of shiny hunting in Generation 3. If you are interested in the time difference it takes the game to encounter a Pokemon, make sure to check it out. This is mainly a problem in X and Y and less in Auras. Soft resetting for your starter Pokemon will take a long time because you need to sit through the complete cutscene every time you soft reset to pick your starter. You can always breed for a shiny Pokemon more effectively later, but if you are like me and really want to start your journey with a shiny starter Pokemon, then it is just annoying to deal with. But hey, it won't get worse than X and Y, does it? Alright, Sun and Moon. Yeah, but that's a topic for another video. So, all in all, what are your experiences in Generation 6? Do you like hunting in here? What is your opinion in shiny hunting getting more casual from this point onwards? Please let me know in the comments below. If you enjoyed this video or the series so far, I would be happy if you leave a like. If you disagree, I would love to discuss it in the comments. As always, thanks for sticking around. See ya!